What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV here, back here for another Tottenham update video to bring today. And I'm going to start off with some great news, with some good news for all of us, for all of you out there. And the Premier League, Riyad Mahrez, the PL Chief Executive, has confirmed that the Premier League is due to drop the pay-per-view finally.
Yeah, which is a long time coming, and especially since we've gone into a second lockdown, they pretty much didn't have a choice because their fans are now forced to be at home, and instead of being out and about, and the only thing that's going to keep people from turning off is the football's going to be on, and no one's paying this £15. The data's been not released, but there's rumours that no one has been watching these £15, very low figures.
I'll tell you what's good, but good has come out of it because fans have been gathering together from all clubs and raising quite good money for charity.
Exactly, it's shown the best of the fans, the fans against pay-per-view, which has been a really good element to this, especially the Tottenham Hotspur Supporters Trust organising fans to get together. Instead of giving their £15 to pay-per-view, they've given it to charitable causes and they've earned tens of thousands of pounds out of it. So it's solid. The Riyad Mahrez's name, he confirmed that the Premier League will be going in another direction in terms of pay-per-view, and the last batch of pay-per-view games are the last ones especially until next year, until 2021, and I guess we'll see what happens when we come back out of lockdown. But it's very good news, and it was never going to work. It was a big backlash. The viewing figures have been low, so I think it's good news for everyone.
All right, let's move on. Let's move on to some bad news now, as Steven Bergwijn has been sent home from the Netherlands training camp from international duty due to a groin injury, and it also remains to be seen when he's going to return from this injury as well. It looks like it could be quite a bad one.
Yeah, I don't know how bad it is, but initially the way the report was worded, I thought he was just unfit or something, or he came over. I don't know. It said he left the camp because he was unfit, but now it's come out that it was due to some sort of ankle injury, which is groin injury, which is bad news for him. And he hasn't been great this season so far, so we kind of need him to kind of start getting back to his best and start contributing again. And hopefully, maybe this groin injury has been a long-standing thing which has been troubling him this season, because we haven't really heard much about it. But hopefully he'll recover and be okay. But it's bad news here.
Let's move on to Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. There's been some developments in his kind of international schedule this week. Obviously, there's been a travel ban put in place from England to Denmark, is it? Do you want to tell us more about that?
Yeah, they found a new strand of the virus in Denmark, so they've stopped all travel between Denmark and England. And it's also put the Iceland game in doubt, because Denmark play Iceland in Iceland, and then Iceland are coming to England, and that game's now in doubt because they're not sure if they should be playing each other, because Denmark have been in ice. I don't know, it's all complicated.
If this isn't proof of why they shouldn't have cancelled internationals, why they should have cancelled internationals, I don't know what is.
It's a joke. It's an absolute joke, all these internationals and mixing everyone together. It's ridiculous. But Højbjerg is not allowed to travel to Denmark, so Denmark have 2 games at home, and he's not available for both those games.
Well, the first one he's not allowed to travel to. The second one he's actually suspended for. So he's not allowed to play the second one.
Okay, fine.
Because the first one's just a friendly, so suspensions don't count. But he is available to play in their third game in Belgium.
Yeah, so he'll be going for that one. So only one game looks like for Højbjerg this international break, but knowing our luck, he'll still probably get injured.
Højbjerg doesn't get injured anyway.
Yeah, true. Well, don't say that. Yeah, he jinxed it.
It's Dr. Tottenham's coming. But let's move on. Let's talk about the Welsh boys, the Welsh Duty. Obviously, with everything that's going on with Ryan Giggs at the moment, an Arsenal coach has taken charge of Wales for their 3 games coming up. And Jose's not happy about it, is he?
No, because the Arsenal assistant manager is the assistant manager for Wales, and he's taking temporary charge because Ryan Giggs is on suspended or whatever, or he's on leave. I don't know what the situation with Giggs is.
Yeah.
But he's saying there's a conflict of interest. He doesn't trust the Arsenal assistant coach, which is a very interesting thing to say. It's not really usually what you hear. But maybe he has a case because there is a bit of a conflict of interest when our direct rivals are completely in control on how our players are being used over international break. Look, I trust him to use Bell responsibly, and there's already rumours that Bell is going to be rested for the opening game against USA. But I hope they don't overuse him, and I don't want him to come back injured because he at the end of the game against West Brom, he comes off the pitch and he's got ice on his ankle as he had a bit of a problem.
Yeah.
So I don't want him risked in any way, but I guess we'll have to see. I think it's a bit of mind games from Jose in saying he doesn't trust the Arsenal coach, and maybe he'll force him to do the right thing, but I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see how this one plays out. Let's move on to a few records to talk about. The first one we're going to talk about is Eric Dier. He made 250 appearances for the club. His 250 appearance coming against West Brom. So I just want to congratulate him on that. And he really celebrated that with an amazing performance, didn't he?
Yeah, Dier put in an exceptional performance at centre-back. And it was a really good way to cap off. I can't believe it's been 200. How many did you say? 250.
Yeah.
So many appearances. It's crazy. It feels like he still feels like he's a new player, but he's been here so long. Good hallmark for him, and hopefully more to come, and more performances like again on Saturday.
Yeah, and obviously
Sunday,
this is another record-breaking season. This time, record-breaking season for Harry Kane. Harry Kane is non-stop going to be breaking records all season. And the first record to talk about is he has announced himself into the top 10 Premier League goal scorers all time, equalled Michael Owen's record of 150. He's 12 behind Jermaine Defoe, who's just above him in 8th place. Robbie Fowler 163, Thierry Henry 175, Frank Lampard 177, Aguero 180, Andy Cole 187, Wayne Rooney 208, and Alan Shearer 260. I mean, how far can Harry Kane get up this list?
He could get to the very top, no doubt about it. If injuries permitting, he definitely beat Shearer's record. I reckon by the end of the season he could be 5th, by the way things are going. If he carries on this scoring rate, and it could just go show the quality he has. And I can't believe I read an article by Stan Collymore yesterday saying Kane's a good striker, but he doesn't have the X factor that Shearer and Henry and Fowler had. And I'm thinking, what are you talking about? Harry Kane doesn't have the X factor, like all because he hasn't won anything. It's just ridiculous. This guy's a world class player, one of the best players in Europe. At this season, he's been the best player in the Premier League. And if he can pass like De Bruyne and finish like Shearer, and that's not X factor, I don't know what is.
Yeah, no, that's complete rubbish. But some other records as well to talk about. This one, he's smashed the record. I think it was last season or the season before. But it's going to be interesting to see how far he actually gets, because he's now our top goal scorer in Premier League history with 150 goals. Teddy Sheringham is second with 97. Heung-min Son is actually 4th on that list with 61. How far do you think Heung-min Son can get up that list? Obviously, next one up is Robbie Keane and Jermaine Defoe, both on 91.
So he's about 70 away from Robbie Keane. I think he would do well to get past Robbie Keane, to be honest. I'm not so sure.
30 away from Robbie Keane.
30?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong figure. He's 30 away from Robbie Keane. I reckon he can get past Robbie Keane. He can probably get past Defoe.
Well, same, yeah.
Can he get past? He can probably get second if he's here for another few years. And depends how many he gets. I mean, he usually only gets since he's been at Spurs, he's been getting 12, 13 goals a season in the Premier League. He's clearly this season he's been upping it. So if he stays for Tottenham another 2-3 seasons, he can definitely get second. He's not going to catch Kane though.
Yeah. Obviously. And finally, the last record to talk about, he is now 3rd in the Tottenham all-time goal scorers list. Obviously, Jimmy Greaves at the top of that list with 220 goals. Bobby Smith 2nd with 176 goals. And Harry Kane 3rd with 150 goals. I mean, he's going to beat Jimmy Greaves, isn't he?
Yeah, eventually he will. He will. 70 goals away. The way Harry Kane's been, he's going to beat it for sure. He will definitely beat it.
All right. So that is Harry Kane's records to talk about. Now let's talk about Paul Merson, as he finally admits that he was wrong about Harry Kane not being able to score goals under Jose Mourinho. And he's even gone further than that to say Tottenham can win the Premier League this season. I mean, that's not really what we want to hear from Paul Merson, is it? Because he's always wrong.
Exactly. We want him to say that Tottenham have no chance. I will, because I want to see egg on his face. But look, fair play. He's admitted that he's completely wrong about Harry Kane. He said he'll struggle to score goals under Jose, and he's hit like 26 goals in 30-something games. Yeah. Like, he's had an incredible record ever since Jose's come in, and Jose's really given him a new role that's really brought on his game, actually, as opposed to anything else. So he couldn't have been more wrong about that, and fair play to owning up to it. And let's just hope he makes more bad predictions in the future.
Yeah, let's hope those predictions are not bad, though. Yeah. Let's be honest. Let's move on. Danny Rose made his comeback to the playing staff at Tottenham Hotspur last week, making an appearance in a under-23 game against Derby in a 2-1 loss. Is this the return of Danny Rose?
No. Rose is finished.
Why is he even playing in an under-23 game?
Keep up fitness. To try and find a new club. It's the only reason you would think. He's not on the squad. He's not on our plans. And look, it doesn't sit right that a player who's played at Spurs for so long is being treated that way. But that's just how it is. He couldn't find a move. He's not good enough to be in the squad. So this is just the role he's playing at the moment. I guess it's a good way to keep up fitness if he does want to get that move in January, which he definitely does, or if he wants to run out his contract. It's the only way, because he's not getting minutes on the pitch. That's for sure.
Yeah. Let's move on to a bit of loan watch. Let's start off with Ollie Skipp. He played against Swansea last weekend in a 1-0 win. Just a few stats to bring you from the game. 86 passing accuracy, 2 key passes, 100% dribble success, 2 successful tackles, 2 clearances, and 3 interceptions in the game alone. I mean, that's great stats from Ollie Skipp. Yeah,
he's been great. He started every game for Norwich this season. Apparently, he's been absolutely fantastic. They're loving him there. So I can't wait for him to come back. And I think this loan spell is really doing him good. It's been a good loan spell for him.
And like you said, he started all 11 championship games this season. They've made 4 clean sheets, have the 3rd best defence in the league, and sit 3rd in the table. 1 point off top of the league. So you got to say Ollie Skipp is really, really hitting the ground running there.
He really is. Yeah, it's good stuff.
And let's move on to last but not least, Ryan Sessegnon. He has made 4 starts for Hoffenheim now. He hasn't really hit the ground running that much. I mean, last game he played 90 minutes in a 2-1 loss away to Wolfsburg. Hoffenheim are really having a bad season so far. They're around 5th or 6th off the bottom of the table. He's made 4 starts so far, and a website, Football Critic, because I haven't seen much of Hoffenheim this season, have given him a 6 out of 10 rating every single game he's played so far. So it's kind of he's leaving where he left off at Tottenham Hotspur, pretty much.
Seems like it. Seems like he has improved that much just yet. I know it's early days, and hopefully he'll get more game time. And it's all of this loan spell is all about him trying to progress his game and get more confidence and start dominating the wings like he was at Fulham, or at least contributing more in the final third and stuff like that. But look, apparently he's had an average start. Hoffenheim as a team have been terrible so far, so maybe it's too harsh to examine his performance too much. But if he wants to start competing against Reguilon and Davis, he needs to up his game big time. Yeah. And I don't know if he's going to have the quality at the end of the day to be an actual winger in the Premier League. I question it. So it might be all about whether he can become a left back or not.
We shall see. We shall see how it all plans out. There's a long season to go. But anyway, that's enough from us. That is your Tottenham.
And also, we had a BBC article. I don't know if you noticed.
Yes, we did have a BBC article. We'll put the link in the description for you guys. But yeah, it was really humbling to be on the front page of the sports of the BBC.
It was fantastic. Really had so many messages of support and people noticing and everything. But it was a really good article as well. Really good write-up by Philip Dawkins, who interviewed us about the rise of fan channels and why people put themselves out there like we do. And it was a great read. Just go read it. Check out the link in the description and check out the article.
All right. So there you have it. That is a Tottenham update for you today. Let me know in the comment section below if you have any thoughts regarding anything we spoke about today. Like, subscribe and comment, and as always,
come on you Spurs.